the first touch of the second half. Chouameni, Rabiot, and here's Thuram. Rabiot. It is a corner. It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Ramos. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Olise. Ball played for Dembele. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Pedro Neto. He's in plenty of space here. Takes a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Viene sostituito con il numero 20. Attenzione, un cambio.
Koundé. Portugal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Ruben Dias scooting forward. Now it's Ramos. No, that was never going. Oh, what has happened here? He is through. Big chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Bruno Fernandes with the short one. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Knocks it into space. Shoots! Deftly away. Oh, nicely intercepted. France are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Olise. Mbappe! Mbappe! And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Doué. Olise. Nice control. And the shot! Oh, good finish. They are playing them off the park. Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
France are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
João Neves. Threads one in. Space for him to turn and look. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 14, numero 11. Lasciano il campo per il numero 13. Il numero
France
24.
have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Bruno Fernandes, and it's Ruben Neves. And it's skewed away. That's a little off target.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Doué charging forward, the ball at his feet. Bruno Fernandes, Rafael Leao, and the finish! And there's a goal! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. Can he get on the end of this? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, but it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Taken back almost at once. Over to the right flank. Trincao. Nicely weighted ball. And he's picked it up out wide. Can he latch on to this? The ball has bounced loose now. Driving on and making good progress. That's destined for the flank. Trincao. Looking for the run. Oh, played right into his path. Oh, that's neat. Trincao has it in a wide position. That has not gone well. And here's Trincao. There will be 4 extra minutes. And time is up. Well, that was a tale of 2 very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Mbappe taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
France definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
This truly is a place of which you never tire. The San Siro, one of the most historic of football venues in Italy, or indeed anywhere. We are just getting started. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well Peter, I really like this lad Jules Koundé a lot.
Shot, surely! Good effort first time.
Mbappe really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Costa. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. Vitinha! Vitinha!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
France finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Nuno Mendes. Passes short and sharp.
Gonzalo Guedes really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Thuram. And it's Rabiot. Now it's Thuram. Deftly away. And claimed it back swiftly. Mbappe! Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. He's got away. Trincao stood his ground strongly. Costa. Rabiot.
France are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now it's Trincao. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Dembele. And here's Mbappe. There's the shot! It's a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
France restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Corner given.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Ambitious ball here. No luck with that dink over the top. Hernandez. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Ruben Dias. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Costa. That pass has been well intercepted. And he shoots! Pinches it off him. probing pass. Might be dangerous. Chance for a shot! Goal! Portugal! And they've got their lead back. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Tries a shot! And that's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Vitinha. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Dembele. Muscular approach does pay off here. Bruno Fernandes. That's a delicate pass. He's picked his way through. Now that's a fine challenge.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Quality ball. Olise unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
And here's Dembele. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that was very necessary. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Olise. Olise! And that brings the first half to a close. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So right back into the action.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Where it came from. And here's Dembele.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Can he finish? And he should have made them pay.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And he's being shifted off it. Mbappe. Rabiot. And it's Tchouaméni. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. For Olise. Now it's Thuram. Trincao. He's found a way past. Dembele. He's a sharp little ball here. Looking for options for movement. Always onto this. And he's there to belt it away.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, played through for the wide man. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi
He's cleared it out of harm's way.
80.113 spettatori.
Distributed tidily. Hernandez venturing down the left. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Portugal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Gonzalo Guedes. Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. Mbappe. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Gonzalo Guedes has found the net here, of course. Knocks it into space. Saliba. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bruno Fernandes, who's set up one goal so far. And here's Dembele. Costa deals with that comfortably. And that is well cleared. Olise knocks it out wide. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Some really good ball movement. He's looking wide. Mbappe! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 9.
So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 14. Lasciano il campo per il numero 24. Il numero 18.
It's
numero
Dembele.
13. Attenzione.
Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nuno Mendes. And it's Neves. Now it's Rafael Leao. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Neves. France can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Now it's Neves. Mendes has it out wide, and oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Ronaldo looking to play it into the box.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
There's the header! That's another chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are disappearing out of sight! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. So now the difference is 3. Out towards the flank. Conte. Mbappe. Mbappe! Loose ball now.
Il gioco indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Oh, this looks sharp. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. France suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cross flung in towards the middle. Vega clears it away. Oh, good ball! Driving through the middle. Costa did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Upamecano promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Thuram.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Tries to play it through. This looks promising. Just the keeper in his way. Mignon can clear it away. Olise carries the ball down the right. Dembele in acres of space out wide. Mbappe.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mendes kept his eye on it, and he's there. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I'm a real fan of this guy, Ruben Dias. Portugal do have the reputation, not just of producing great wingers, but great centre-halves too. And I see him as the latest in line.
And he couldn't finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now he's off and running. Costa spots it and intercepts. Threads one in. Thuram is in a really good position out wide. And here's Trincao, looking to play him in. Oh, nicely intercepted. No goals as yet. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Thuram. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Trincao. Gets a good foot in there. Looking for options for movement. Thuram finding himself in space. Hernandez. And here's Thuram. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Thuram finds himself offside.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
And here's Olise. And here's Dembele.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Nuno Mendes. Koundé gets a foot in here. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Always goal side. That has been cut short. Vitinha. Thuram might just make this. Dembele. Chouameni for Olise. Oh, that is... And a chance! And needless to say, that deserved better.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
And here's Trincao. That's been cut out, well played. Nicely aimed pass. Mbappe. Well, that is one way to stop him.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now, can they get him away? Now it's Mbappe. Goes for a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
A wonderful ball to play him in like that. Great pace, into feet, nearly superb. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That has been knocked clear. Showing good feet. Olise gets into a good position. Olise's cross. Costa clears it away. Out towards the flank. Trincao. He's picked his way through. Oh, great run, magical! Rabiot. Olise, that's a sharp pass. And that was asking for too much. And that brings the first half to a close. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. The midway point of the game.
France certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
Oh, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And so the action is resumed.
France clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them...
Oh, he's having a go! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Bruno Fernandes goes short. And the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And that's in. And we have